you mentioned his coach as well, Gene Buffalo, to say his coach, who was trained by Jack Blackburn.
Yes, sir.
So your coaching tree basically goes to Wesley Mouzon, to Gene Buffalo, to Jack Blackburn. Jack Blackburn, considered by many to be the greatest boxing coach ever.
So if you go by like a martial art lineage, that makes me like a third generation student.
To Bruce Lee.
Well, how in the martial art lineage, that will put me as the third generation student to the great Mr. Jack Blackburn. But I don't go back that far because Mr. West was, he was the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But very few people can trace their training lineage back that.
Yeah, that's why it's so fascinating.
A person my age and your age, our lineage would be like 7 or 8. I'm 3 because I got it closer to the source. You know what I mean? I got it straight from. I was lucky. I was fortunate.
Yeah,
very, very fortunate. I count my blessings every day.
Yeah, that's why it's so fascinating because Blackburn, Joe Lewis, some would argue that was the best coaching. Exactly. Yeah.
I think so.
And even if someone wants to argue that there are better coaches in history than Jack Blackburn is still considered almost like the godfather.
I don't know if there was better history than
Jack Blackburn. I mean, I don't believe so either. I'd probably have guys like Blackburn, Fayz,
in that lineage, that would be like the great grandmaster, I guess he was, or the supreme grandmaster of our system.
Yeah, so, it's like the godfather, isn't he? His coaching tree's gone out so far.
The best, my opinion, and I'm obviously biased, okay, but I believe West was the best. So, all the other guys, I would put them on the same, same level. Yeah. But who could possibly be better than the great Mr. Jack Blackburn? I mean, when you got a guy like Ray Arcel, because I got a book I read years ago, and Mr. Jack Blackburn used to do closed door sessions with his guys. Mr. West used to do it too. I do it as well. You go in the gym, you close down the gym, and you just work. You're drilling a guy. You work on things when nobody else is around. You know what I mean? So you got this complete focus. You got this complete attention, and just work on it. You know what I mean? Drilling. West used to take he would take the stool and he would sit next to the bag and he would watch the guy hit the heavy bag. He'd watch him do this. He'd watch him do that. And, he would critique what needed to be critiqued. You know what I mean? I do the same thing. I got that from him. And I'm sure he got that from Gene, who got it from Mr. Blackburn. Yeah. So, and the great Mr. Ray Arcel said that nobody was allowed in it, but Mr. Blackburn let him in. So he said, come on. So he's watching me. He's like, I've never seen a finer teacher in my life than the great Mr. Jack Blackburn. And that's coming from Mr. Ray Arcel, who had 23 world champions. There was only 8 world champions. 1 world champion and 8 weight classes. That's only 8 world champions for the world. That's a hell of a feat.
Yeah. But and I think Jack Blackburn also has sort of the widest influence as well as a coach, because there's so many coaches that sort of have links to him.
Eddie Futch got to come from that as well. You know what I mean? Because the Brewster Center, when Detroit, Joe Lewis trained at the Brewster Center, and and Mr. Futch was there at the same time,
Yeah. Lewis used to spar Eddie Futch. Eddie Futch is also a lightweight, wasn't he? And Joe Lewis used to spar him.